This is a very deep one for those who are conversant with history, for those that are up to 50 years upwards, probably. You might know more of this. You are a traitor like your father who betrayed Chief Y0UR. Dr. Akinyemi tells Fani Kayode. Now I'll quickly bring you guys up to speed. Femi Fani Kayode, former aviation minister, a staunch member of PDP, at least for now. He is someone that makes use of his platform, Twitter handle, to berate Buhari. He is the man that Obasanjo claimed that he sings once you give him food. The Board of Trustees, BOT, Chairman, Project Victory Call Initiative, also known as PVC Niger, Dr. Bola O. Akinyemi, has described the former Minister of Aviation, Culture and Tourism of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Femi Fani Kayode, as a spy of the political elites among ordinary Nigerians and a traitor of a Yoruba extraction who deceitfully pretends to be on the side of the masses, while actually the reverse is the case. Dr. Akinyemi made this known in his article titled Femi Fani Kayode, The Spy Who Fooled Us. In reaction to Femi Fani Kayode's tribute to the late Chief of Staff to President Muhammadu Buhari, Malam Abba Kyari, who passed away last Friday, 17th April 2020, after battling with the coronavirus for almost a month. In his tribute to the late Abba Kyari, Femi Fani Kayode had sadly stated, "I have lost a friend of 40 years, a man of honor, a good man, a loyal friend. We attended Cambridge together and worked at my father's law firm. We remained close right up to the end, even though we disagreed politically." And I'll say it is correct and it is acceptable for people to disagree politically. That doesn't mean that there aren't some other things you do together. But when it becomes sensitive as this, we are not just talking about political views. We are talking about nation building. We are talking about destruction of nation. We are talking of somebody that is part and parcel, even though Femi Fani Kayode himself is also part and parcel of the people that destroyed Nigeria today. You might say, how? Do I have a proof? He was former aviation minister, and a lot of criminal activities were allegedly attributed to him. And all the politicians in Nigeria, all of them have allegations, alleged, until today. We've not seen too much, apart from sometimes they end up in prison. However, Dr. Akinyemi felt that by that tribute to the late Abba Kyari, Femi Fani Kayode has unknowingly revealed the true picture of who Femi is to the members of the public. Dr. Akinyemi went further to describe the former aviation minister as Judas Iscariot, one of the disciples of Jesus Christ who later betrayed him. Dr. Akinyemi wrote, "Femi stood against Buhari. For Buhari, what an award-winning Nollywood script. The spy who fooled us. He delivered his lines with skills and mastery to become the unofficial spokesperson of our collective opposition against Buhari's government. While Femi vituperations excite us, it puts paid to opposition agitations against this very evil administration and gave them nothing to worry about. He won our confidence and therefore became a rallying point of all who are aggrieved with the manhandling of Nigerians and mismanagement of our resources." He stated further, "Visit to his Twitter handle to know what the belly was saying to the mouth was a daily duty by concerned Nigerians. Femi became the toast of the Igbo. A masquerade dressed in the villa danced to the admiration of the Igbos at home and in diaspora. Nnamdi Kanu's arms were opened to him. So, Abba Kyari's confidant became Kanu's compatriot in the agitation of Biafra for self-determination. This spy fooled all." Similarly, Akinyemi stated in the article that Femi Fani Kayode inherited his deceitful and betrayal attributes from his late father, Victor Babaremilekun Adetokunbo Fani Kayode, who he, Dr. Akinyemi, alleged to have betrayed the first premier of the Western region, the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and the entire Yoruba entity. In his words, he said, "My preoccupation in this communication is to expose the Judas Iscariot, who has been calling the attention of the Nigerian Christians to the Islamization agenda of Abba Kyari-controlled government with 30 silver pence in his pocket. heir apparent of a traitor lineage who has been feeding fat at Abba Kyari's kitchen at the expense of the Yoruba nation, like his father did at the expense of our leader, the sage, late Chief Obafemi Awolowo, and of course, the Yoruba nation. All this Femi did under the guise of standing with us in defense of our common heritage. What a DNA. It will be recalled that Femi Fani-Kayode was the special assistant on public affairs to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. I told you guys earlier, from July 2003 to June 2006. In June 2006, he was appointed by same former President Obasanjo as Minister of Culture and Tourism, and he held on to that position until November 2006 when he was appointed again by Obasanjo as the Minister of Aviation. In the same vein, history has it that Femi's father, late Victor Baba Remilekun Adetokunbo Fani-Kayode, was a prominent lawyer and political figure in Nigeria in the 1950s and 1960s. Remi Fani-Kayode was the leader of the National Council of Nigeria and the Cameroon's opposition in the Western House of Assembly from 1960 to 1963. The Honorable Minister of Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs and Deputy Premier of the Western Region of Nigeria from 1963 until 1966. Also, it is on record that the late Remi Fani-Kayode was the one that moved the motion for Nigeria's independence in 1958 in the Nigerian Parliament. However, the allegation made by Dr. Bolaji Akemi about Remi Fani-Kayode betraying the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo and the entire Yoruba race is best left to historians like you listening to me to prove this right or wrong. Are you very conversant with the history of Nigeria? I asked initially. If yes, do you think the allegations made against Femi Fani-Kayode's father about him being a traitor is true or false? So I want you to kindly share your thoughts. And as regards Femi Fani-Kayode, what he wrote, it's a touching one, maybe sad to some, shocking to some people. I want you to, express your opinion as regards what he tweeted. He wrote a very, he wrote something that people want to read once, twice, three times. I knew that Abba Kyari worked together with Femi Fani-Kayode's father in his law firm. He practiced then. Of course, people can always meet back in those days. We don't know what will happen later. We don't know what attitudes people might come up with later, sometimes in life. Or sometimes we just give them that benefit of doubt to see how far they will go. I don't know what you might want to say about Abba Kyari if he handled Nigeria wrongly or he got the opportunity to do what he did as a result of Buhari calling him in, or was it because they originally planned it? Buhari said, I'm going to be the face because they know me. I'm going to sell integrity. They are going to vote for me, but you are going to be the mastermind because you are the president. It's just that you might not be able to get that position because you don't have that, nobody knows you that way. I don't know what they did amongst themselves. But Abba Kyari, started running the nation because Buhari said everything has to go through Abba Kyari. And if you've been elected or brought in, and somehow someone says, you know what, you're going to work for me, and this is the capacity, and this is what I want you to do. As a president of Nigeria, based on the structure, I don't think you want to do otherwise, unless you might say, you know what, based on integrity, I don't want to work as a chief of staff. Don't forget that this is an Hausa thing, Hausa Fulani thing. So I read to you exactly what he wrote. He said, Abba Kyari, I have lost a friend of 40 years, a man of honor, a good man, a loyal friend, a good man. Probably it was good to him back then when he was young, as a young man. A loyal friend, loyal to who? Loyal to Abba Kyari, loyal to Buhari. I mean, loyal to Buhari till the end. That is a reality. Wicked people too can be loyal to themselves. Same with good people too. They can be loyal to themselves. So I don't know what loyalty he's talking about. Is it loyal to him? Anyway, he said we attended Cambridge together. Not probably, I don't know if it's at the same time or together. And both of them worked at my father's law firm. I think that's where the connection came. In Cambridge, maybe they met or did not. And also at his father's law firm. We remain close friends We remain close right up to the end, even though we disagreed politically. So they connected, they spoke, they chatted, they did that. But to the end, they were friends, but they disagreed politically, meaning your views is not in line with mine. Is it we don't belong to the same party? I don't think Abba Kyari is an APC man. It's just the person that got the opportunity to be there because of the structure and because the man that is there is actually on retirement. I'm talking of Buhari, probably known as Jubril Al-Sudani, by members of the IPOB. So I don't know what you guys think about this tribute. I have lost a friend of 40 years, a man of honor, a good man, a loyal friend. We attended Cambridge together and worked at my father's law firm. We remain close right up to the end, even though we disagree politically. So this is a pointer that people can disagree, but still be disagree on certain things, but still be friends on a majority of other things. But when do you think, that's the question, when do you think people should draw the line on this disagreement? When do you think people should draw the line? That's what I want to ask you. And secondly, do you think all these people are just politicians? They have no permanent friendship, but permanent interest. Drop your opinion at the comment section.